Hi, Caitlin. What's your name?
You just said my name. It's Caitlin.
Thank you.
My name is Caitlin. Anders and I have been friends for over half of our lives.
My name's Mel. I met you my freshman year living in the dorms.
Who am I? I am David. I am your dad.
I'm Quentin. I'm your friend.
I'm Kiana Smith. I live right next to Andy. He's the best person ever, and you're my neighbor.
We share a wall here all night long.
Whatever, I hear you on the phone, like,
I kind of figured that you were transgender because every time you said, "Oh gosh, I wish I was a boy," it was like, well then why don't you be a boy? Made me kind of happy that you had figured that out.
At first, I was a little bit surprised because of what I knew about you from before. But then I realized that that's kind of always been you, and that's always been the way you are, and you're still you. It doesn't change anything.
I always kind of thought of you as one of the guys. When we hung out, it honestly wouldn't feel like I was hanging out with a chick. All the moshing and their reactions to Harry Potter movies being like, dude, that is so epic. One of the things that you said during that movie was, I think Ron should hit it and quit it.
I think my reaction was to a combination of things. To be really proud of you, recognizing that made a lot of sense based on having seen you grow up and all the things that you've struggled with. Some sadness, because it's not easy at being trans. I'm aware enough of everything I've read that it can be a really hard life. Knowing that was what might be facing you, as someone who loves you, that made me very sad.
I didn't really have a reaction. I was just like, oh, cool. I guess I just thought that you were like looking for yourself and you didn't know where you're going. So then I was like, oh, I'm glad he finally understood. This is how he's gonna be, and like people need to accept that. So, other than that, I was just like, yeah, Andrew.
The face that I made when you came out to me was like,
What does that face mean?
it means cool. Make some cupcakes.
Probably my face would be like, right on.
I don't know that I'm a good enough actor to give the face that actually represents my feelings. My face would have been, I think, a sense of expected surprise.
What does that face mean?
At first, because you hadn't quite completely come out when you had, like, Andy as your middle name on Facebook, a new nickname. And then, as things started to evolve, I started to understand more and more.
Make a face or do an interpretive dance.
I think of you, I feel like you coming like this, like being like open like a flower.
Oh great, I'm a flower.
Just be like, and then you go, Wah!
The first 3 words that came to mind were, explains so much.
It was pretty cool. I guess that was 4 words. We can make it it's pretty cool.
Hilarious, strong, and freaking awesome.
I'm definitely supportive. I mean, this doesn't really change my opinion of you whatsoever. I mean, I kind of already thought of you like that, and it's just kind of like, you're making it official.
There's kind of an adventure feeling going on here, honestly. I'm excited for you. This is exciting. You're coming into who you are, and that's a wild and interesting and kind of scary but beautiful thing to watch. And I'm really proud of it.
I'm like, word. I'm supportive. I think it's great that you want to be who you are and live your life the way you want to. Because that's, I think, what it should all be about.
Totally supportive. Like, I don't think I ever really even thought about, like, the other you. Like, I just thought of you as straight now. Like, that's how I think. I couldn't care what you were. You're still, like, a nice, amazing person, and you're awesome, and you really, I can always talk to you about things, and you'll get it, and I like that about you, so I'm totally cool with it. Air hug right there.
Okay, this is what I'd say to anybody who's thinking of coming out. Get yourself a team, no matter how small. 1 person is a team, 2 people, somebody who loves you unconditionally, and go to them with everything you need to. That's important. And the other thing is go at your own pace. Everybody gets to come out gradually or quickly, depending on what they know is right for them. So talk it over with your team and go at your own pace. That's what I would say.
You're cool.
Are you supportive?
What else would I be? You're like family.
Almost sounded like a Star Wars Sandman. Oh.